Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ramming Runoff Sports Podcast. I hope I didn't scare you. We are in October, and Danny, do you know what that means?
Spooky season.
Yeah, we got some spoopy time, everybody. And yeah, welcome back to our sports podcast. And yeah, you heard his voice. That is Danny Tan. Danny Tan is back on the mic this week for the sports podcast. Danny, tell the people what's going on.
The MC returns. What's going on? I have finished officially today that long project that pulled me away from the podcast. So we should be back to the regularly scheduled conversational episodes back and forth. But who knows? Maybe for some reason Robert will miss one and I'll have to do a solo, and then vice versa. We'll see.
Well, yes, I mean, we're partially back to our regularly scheduled program. I know we're a day late on this episode, but hey, screw it. It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want. Right, Danny?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I thought last week's episode was okay, considering I kind of used a different audio system and I had to take breaks in between and edit out whatever I didn't like. I mean, it wasn't much, but I had to catch my own breath. I'm like, oh man, I can't. I was like that for a couple of seconds. Obviously, that's not in the show because you don't need to be hearing me gasping for air. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was okay.
Should have left it in.
No, it would be an unnecessary hour. Luckily, I was able to crack 58 minutes by myself with the music included. But yeah, I mean, hopefully everyone enjoyed that episode by myself. It's not the first time I do something like that. It's the first time I do it that long, but I think it was all right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, most people say it was okay. But I'm glad you're back, Danny. I was very lonely, and like I said, I was gasping for air for moments at a time because I was like, damn, there's at least a good 10 minutes of show that would have been covered by Danny, but it's okay. You're here now. That's what's important.
I only take 10 minutes of every show.
No, but what we were talking about, well, I mean, I only made it 58 minutes with music included. So that's at least 50 minutes or 55 minutes of me just talking. So there's a good 20, 30 minutes of you in there somewhere that didn't get picked up because you were not on the show last week.
Normally, I'd be in that pocket of 20, 30 minutes you're saying.
Well, I'm just guesstimating, bro, because our shows are usually a little over an hour. So
yes,
somewhere in there. I mean, I did slow it down. I did stall a bit, I admit, but I think it was okay. But yeah, I think I know we started rambling, but I think we got a good show for everybody. So what do you think, Danny? We got some U.S. men's national team, some WILDERvFURY review, some basketball, NBA preseason. I don't want to talk about that, but we got some WNBA Finals going on. Got a little bit of the NHL in the warm-up, and we got the rundown to finish this off. But Danny, besides work, how have you been? So we could tell the people what else you've been doing besides work. Tell us what you do not during work. How about that?
Yeah. Well, for the past week, I've been doing nothing but work except sleeping and eating. But before that, I was golfing. I found a new golf course. It's a nice par 9 or 18. You can choose to do either. That's nice. It's got a nice driving range. I went to another golf course that also had a nice driving range. And I got some new golf grips. So I'm going to be installing those this weekend. And that's it. What about you, Robert?
Nice. I'm glad to hear you found us a new golf course to go to that I'll suck at.
Yes.
But
yeah, definitely. Actually, I think you'll do pretty good. It's really short. There's only one hole that's over 120 yards. So I think it's good practice. I think you'll like it. Go.
Excellent. And for me, I have another omission, but a different omission. So I recently went to a soccer game very recently, and it was El Tráfico, LA Galaxy versus LAFC. I know we didn't really I didn't talk about it during any of our programming, but
rivalry.
Yeah, it was a good rivalry. I mean, I got there a little bit late because it was a last minute thing, and yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, it got a little too rowdy, which I was like, yo, y'all need to chill. But if you guys follow LA Galaxy or LAFC or MLS in general, the score ended 1-1. But yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Me and my girlfriend went. We got to enjoy an LA derby, an LA Clasico, El Tráfico as it's known. But yeah, it was pretty cool. What?
I was talking to my coworker, and he said the first LAFC game he went to, he sat in the fan section, and they happened to score a goal in the 5 minutes that he was in there. And I guess it's customary for LAFC fans to throw everything that's in their hands into the air when they score a goal. And he got soaked with beer, ketchup, hot dog grease, and part of a pizza. So he's like, I'm never going to go to a FC game again.
I mean, he's probably never going to be able to go to any supporter section after that, because that's what usually happens, sir.
Damn. I thought it was a
okay,
LAFC thing.
Not every game, but a majority. If you go down to Mexican League, Liga MX, like that's what you're going to see. If you go to a National League game here, probably the same thing in the US. I mean, if you don't want to get soaked with beer, go to like a Division 2 game. And go to like
it's
San Diego Loyo or something.
It's crazy to me because that beer that you're throwing up in the air is like at least $13. And if you're throwing a beer and a pizza, you're throwing away like almost $50.
These people are already drunk, Danny. That beer is just consolation.
It's true. These things are true.
But cool that one of your friends likes soccer, even though he likes the wrong team, in my opinion. But yeah. So are you ready to? Did we get any of our little quips and quirks out of the way, or are we missing anything before we start the real sports rambling?
I think that's it.
All right, for sure. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning, we're gonna be talking to some U.S. men's national team World Cup qualifying. I went over it by myself last week. They had their first game, which was against Jamaica. They had that 2-0 victory, which, like I mentioned, it was highlighted in the past episode. But it turns out the next run of games were a train wreck. Danny, were you able to catch any of that soccer, or do you need me to give you the play-by-play?
I mean, the play-by-play, because I haven't seen, watched, heard anything in the past week.
So what happened was they won that first game in Austin. And then they just laid the biggest egg they've laid in the past 3-4 years. They went down to Panama. It was a Sunday game. And, dude, they played like crap. It was pretty bad. This is probably the worst team I've seen coached by Greg Berhalter this whole entire time he's been in charge of the U.S. men's national team. They were defeated 1-0, 1-0.
Oh, no.
Off of a Panamanian corner kick, which was kind of like Olympico / own goal / Sapo / lucky goal. And yeah, the team did just not gel that day. They looked.
Oh, so you're saying they made a Panama Canal right to the back of the net?
Oh, shut the hell up. I hate. But yeah, basically that goal kind of just trickled in, and that was it. The U.S. overall just showed no creativity. They looked tired. They looked sluggish. They looked like they didn't know what they were doing. They rotated like about 6 or 7 players, and you know the mentality when you do that is that you're giving your guys rest. But what it turns out, it looks like as if Greg Berhalter, head coach and manager of the team, was overthinking it, because you guys played good against a more, I would say, a better Jamaica team than a Panamanian team. No offense to them, but like, it's like, where did all this cockiness come from? Where did all this mental mind games with yourself come from? I don't understand. Like, it's kind of like shooting themselves in their own foot, you know? And
do you think it might have been because of the travel?
No.
Exhaustion? No.
No. It can't be. They can't be complaining about little things like that. Because that's what happened the last time when they lost to Trinidad and Tobago, when they had a win or tie and they lost. Because they're like, oh, well, the field is flooded. Oh, well, this stadium's not even a real stadium. Like, it looked like a high school stadium, Danny. Like, there was no one at the game. It was raining. Like, Trinidad and Tobago was basically playing their C team, which, because they had nothing to play for, they were mathematically eliminated from World Cup qualifying, because the last game of the not tournament, but qualifying cycle. and they laid an egg there. They look pathetic, and you get like wisps and like flashbacks of that game. That's how bad they look. And they haven't looked that bad in so long, and they haven't lost in so long. That's why it was so shocking that they lost to Panama. I mean, not that Panama is like, they're not small potatoes, but I know it's not easy to win CONCACAF either. But then again, this is probably the best team, the best coach that the US has put out in the past 5-10 years, probably. So I don't know what in the hell happened there. And you want to know what else was bothering me, Danny?
Tell me, son.
This game was on Sunday. It was on at 3. I couldn't find the damn game for like a good 20-30 minutes. I was like, dude.
What was it? Was it hiding from you? Was it on channel 3 or?
No, it wasn't.
You forget to switch from your VHS?
No, luckily I was able to find it on the internet through a stream. But it was so stupid because like the game, it was scheduled to be on Paramount Plus and NBC Universal, which is the Spanish broadcasting for NBC for sports. And dude, I could not find. I found that channel, but apparently I don't get that channel, and I don't have Paramount Plus. But I was like, oh, I heard rumblings that it was on Amazon Prime, but you can go on Amazon Prime, but then you have to have Paramount Plus still. I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. And it turns out, the U.S. Soccer Federation does not have a say on where the games are broadcasted on away games. So I'm like, bro, that's some bullshit. But I was able to find it. This is very irritating that our own country can't even air our own games. Like, dude, that's stupid. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It was. I want to be angry that they lost in the way that they did, even though it was their first loss in a couple of games, and it's still early in qualifying. But just like the team, it looked like they had no heart, no bite. I'm like, dude, they had 3 of their front guys or midfielders. Zarda's legit, and I think Musa. No shots on goal. Like, dude, no shots on goal. No shots on goal, dude. That's how bad it was. Look, I know if you were watching, a good thing I didn't tell you for one, I know you probably wouldn't be able to find that game, because if I couldn't find it, you weren't going to find it.
There's no way.
And another thing too, you would have been like, dude, this game is boring. You would have changed the channel after 20 minutes, because that's how much of a joke it was.
It's especially if it's a 1-0 game, I would have changed it probably in like 15.
I mean, the goal came. I'm not even going to go over in the detail. It was just not interesting game to even cover, mostly because I would admit we're pro USA soccer on this podcast. So USA. Good job on Panama. I know they're right now in the top 4 at least. Currently, not after the game. Currently in the standings of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. But I mean, yeah, it was a train wreck from that second game that they came out good, beat Jamaica, laid an egg against Panama. But hey, what could go wrong in the third game, right, Danny?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I know you're looking at my notes already.
Well, and just by the tone of your voice,
it can get worse, and it did get worse, everybody, because the U.S. came back to the States to play in Columbus, Ohio, at Lower.com Field, home of the Columbus Crew, and once again, the things just got more and more worse, because after 60 seconds, their opponent, Costa Rica, found the back of the net, quieting the crowd out there in Columbus, Ohio. Bro, you know, like how in soccer, they sometimes have like a big tifo or like a poster or like a banner. Yeah. So it was one of those like hanging banners from the roof. They were barely pulling it down. I know like at least 45% of the people standing behind the banner did not even see the goal. That's how fast that goal was scored.
Wow.
Okay, it was a big banner. It was a big tifo. And yeah. After 60
was it the play right off of the kickoff?
Yeah, 60 seconds into the game.
Wow. No change of possession.
No.
Oh my God.
I was like, terrible. I mean, luckily I was able to find this game. It was on ESPN too. So, I mean, but then again, I had just turned the game on and I was about to tweet like, oh, here we are. We're underway. And I tweet these games, by the way.
Couldn't even get the words out.
Yeah, I couldn't even get the words out. I'm like, dude, I ain't even set up and we're already losing 1-0. But, yeah. So 1-0 after the first minute. But in the 25th minute and leading on to that part of the game, the U.S. was able to get an equalizer by Mr. Serginho Dest just outside the box, on the line, wherever you want to call it, on the right side. Hooked a blast onto the top left corner of the net to tie the game. So we're back in it.
Shout out Serginho Dest.
There we go. The man from Barcelona. Former teammate to Lionel Messi. But yeah, so dude, it was a hell of a goal. And yeah, tied at 1-1. I'm just glad they were able to respond. I mean, they were able to get into the groove of the game. It's just that first goal just caught everybody off guard. What the hell? But yeah,
hey, we should make that off goal. That sounds pretty cool.
Off goal. Rambling run off
goal is
off goal.
Yeah, off goal is when it like you not only do you make a goal, but you disrespect the team as well. It's like, damn, that's off goal.
No, yeah. No. I mean, we should just make a shirt, off goal, or make a new channel or something. Rambling off goal.
That's it. We could have that as a Instagram show or something. I don't know.
An Instagram reel. But yeah, off of that goal, the US was able to carry momentum. But I'm telling you, they still had some of the old habits. They're still kind of playing slow, and it still looked kind of lost because Costa Rica was still always lurking in that game. And they went into the half tied 1-1. So, all right, screw it. I mean, if we ended the game tied, I mean, what am I getting? I mean, I wouldn't be too happy, but I wouldn't be too upset. So, screw it. But, I mean, the game kind of teetered between the first half. The way it was in the first half, USA had possession, Costa Rica had possession. There was a breakaway. Their striker, he was one-on-one with the goalie right outside the box. But then look, I think it was Anthony Robinson. He came in and slid in between him and the ball and took away the offensive chance from him. So the U.S. was still on their toes for most of that match. Up until the 65th minute. Do you know what happened in the 65th minute?
Isn't that when everyone gets a hot dog break?
Yes, and they get water and orange slices.
Hot dogs, water,
orange slices.
Orange. Oh, that's right. And carrots.
Yes, that too. But
the
no,
carrots, the little baby
you're
carrots.
Wrong, sir. Mr. Timothy Weah got into some space, got the ball to his right foot, didn't take a touch, had the angle, takes a shot at the near right post, hits off the post, off the goalie, and Danny, I swear, it bounced off the goalie, like off his shoulder, and like he hit it so hard that it ricocheted, so it went off the post, off his shoulder, but since he hit it so hard, the ball, when it bounced off the goalie, like spun backwards into the goal.
Oh, snap. Wow, so I had still a great amount of momentum. See, this is an off goal.
Yeah, that's an off goal.
That's off goal.
This
is off goal.
Yeah, like the ball
was way out there.
The ball wasn't in goal. Like, I mean, all right, look, the way it was rolling, it spun back into the goal. But luckily we had sharks in the water, and I think even if that ball spun the other direction, we still would have had the goal because we had people sniffing around trying to get a poacher. I think it was Brandon Aronson who might have been close to it. But yeah, luckily it goes down as an own goal because it came off the goalie last. But hey,
I see.
The USA take a 2-1 lead up in the 65th minute. And guess what? USA escapes. Remember, they won the game, but they escaped. They escaped 3. It was 3 points. So it's not all dandelions and rainbows for this U.S. men's national team. So they're gonna have to like clean up their act because, oh man, it didn't look like they really cared in that second game against Panama. Man, like it was really, really rough to watch.
Damn, that's brutal. So they're gonna really have to pick up their britches, get to marching.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't help. You lose your second game and you go down 1 goal in the first minute of your third game. Like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, they gotta pick those points up, baby.
I mean, I'm getting like flashbacks to the men's basketball team when they were warming up for the Olympics and they just kept losing all their preseason games.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm like, hello.
Hello. These are
Hello.
exhibition matches. You're supposed to dominate.
Knock, knock. I mean,
anybody home? Wake up, wake up.
I mean, you don't have to win them, but you don't gotta look stupid either.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like hopefully I mean, for me, this is a wake-up call for the team. Because I mean, overall, these 3 games were okay. They were okay. You came in with 2 wins and a loss. Except
Yeah.
that loss made them look really weak. And they really need to start kicking into gear going into this third section of a qualifying coming up in like 4 or 5 weeks. Because you gotta play Canada, you gotta go up there, then you're gonna have to still play Mexico home and away, your rival. So what are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna be the coach? If you're the coach, the coaches admitted they're like, yeah, that was on us. Like, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. But I mean, like, not that I hate Greg Berhalter, and I'll go into detail after that, but they're gonna really have to start hunkering down. I know I was speaking to someone earlier today on the socials, and they were like, "Oh, we need to get rid of Greg Berhalter because this team's not going to play consistently." I'm like, well, they need to play consistent. You are right. But I think we've played 17 games and we've won 14 games. So I don't know where this person was saying that we need to get rid of the head coach. I know we've played a lot of ties, and those ties we could have won, but we're not losing. We're second place on the table, right behind Mexico. The table's starting to look a little half and half now. Fun fact, Honduras already fired their head coach after 3 ties and 3 losses. It was only 3 points, obviously.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's not like, I'm like, dude, this person was acting like if we were in 2018 again when we had the German coach. Sorry, Jurgen Klinsmann, and we had to bring in Bruce Arena to help clean up his sloppiness, which didn't help either. So I don't think we need to get rid of Greg Berhalter. He just needs to maybe tighten things up a little bit, maybe not overthink some things, not really rotate as many guys as he should, because there's positions on his team that we can't fulfill. Like Tyler Adams in the midfield, he's just amazing. He carries that team very well and down the middle. And it hurts more when he's not playing because we don't have a guy to replace him. Like, I love Sebastian Lletget, but he has not been playing that well, honestly. And Musa, he's been playing okay, but they need to gel more. Like, after Ricardo Pepi stepped onto the scene, it's like, all right, who else we got? And I was like, all right, yeah, nobody. So it's like,
so you're saying Sebastian Lletget is not stepping up, which means that he's illegitimate. And the Panama wake-up call, which is my favorite drink at the bar, is something that's both good and bad for the U.S. men's national team. Both that bad because it's a loss, obviously, but good in that if they use this wake-up call as a springboard, you can get a player or a couple of players to mesh together and really build their chemistries to ensure that this doesn't happen again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what happened in this Costa Rica game. It's just that for some reason, they just got caught off guard in that first minute, and that's how Costa Rica got that first goal. But, yeah, I mean, they need to try to tighten things up this next group because you still got to play everybody again. I mean, this time it's going to be a little bit better because we got to play Panama here. We're going to have to go to Costa Rica. You're going to have to go to Canada. You're going to play a weak Honduras team. So you're gonna have to go to
Canadian
Jamaica.
Game.
That Canada game is going to be very important.
It's going to be brutal. I think it's going to be brutal. A Canadian, like almost winter in the harsh. I don't think the U.S. men's national team is going to do well there.
I know. And fun fact, Drake even called them. He wants to speak with the boys.
What the?
I'm being dead ass.
Well, he's like, we can't lose on our turf, boys.
Yeah, I mean,
we're in the 6 now.
No, I'm not even making this shit up. Yeah, they posted funny on MLS social media that Drake was like, "Hey, yo, we gotta go speak with Alphonso Davies and see what's up."
That is funny.
So he's probably gonna rally the troops up to come and beat the U.S. now. So now you got that thing going for them, and USA gotta go play at Estadio Azteca in Mexico, which it depends. I don't think we've won there in a very long time. I don't think we might have ever won there. Sorry, I don't remember off the top of my head. But the last time we went there, we played well. That was the Michael Bradley chip over Ochoa from half field, which had the commentator had his voice break. Because I remember the call. Oh, Bradley's going to chip Ochoa, and he scores. but I wouldn't blame the voice cracking just on him because that whole entire audio piece was just so skewed just based off of the noise of not just the US fans, but the Mexico fans just like losing their damn minds that Michael Bradley chipped the ball over Ochoa from half field. Unfortunately, Mexico did tie the game up, which the USA had a few chances to score. I remember Bobby Wood he whiffed the ball that would have given the US a lead. So hopefully with this better team, this way more significantly better team can get the win down in Azteca. Considering we've beaten Mexico twice already this year, but I'm pretty sure Mexico, they want some. You know, John Cena
they're raring for
wants
revenge after the Gold Cup.
And
come on, dude.
And the Nations League game, the one that they went into overtime, extra time. Right. So they're hankering for that revenge game. That revenge game is gonna come. Yeah. It's gonna come very soon. So they gotta watch out for that.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, USA need to get their act together because if not, they're in trouble. I mean, right now they're in semi-smooth sailing, second place, with Mexico up on top.
Yeah, so this next game is going to be pretty definitive.
No, yeah, I mean, all these next games are going to be definitive because, like I said, where they at? They're 3-2-1, 3 wins, two ties, and one loss. 11 points. Mexico was 14. Canada right behind them was 10. Panama with 8. Costa Rica with 6. Jamaica and El Salvador 6th and 7th with 5, and Honduras coming in from behind was 3. So, like I said, you gotta win the games. There's no more of this waiting around. You gotta win the games. That's all I gotta say.
Yep.
But hopefully you get to catch some more games, Danny, when you're not busy.
Yes. Yeah, I will definitely be able to.
I'm gonna make you into a soccer fan, at least with the national team. I don't care. I mean, if you pick MLS, that'll take a little more time.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean. Every day that goes by, I dive a little deeper into golf. So you got to catch me before I fall into the rabbit hole.
I am catching you. I already had you watch one game. That's good enough for me. We're gonna get you more though. But I think is that everything for US? I mean, that's why I got to say. I don't know. Do you have anything to add upon that? I know I talked a lot.
Nope. I think that's it.
Alrighty then. So we've spent a good amount on U.S. men's national team, and from soccer we go into the ring once again. I know I did the preview of it. I hope it was up to standard for all you boxing nuts out there.
Yes,
Mr. Deontay.
Let's get ready to ramble.
There you go. But yeah. What?
I threw you off. Yes,
you did throw me off. But yeah,
Tyson Fury
versus Deontay Wilder. Number 3. It was a good fight, Danny. Were you able to catch any of this? I was able to catch a little bit of it.
I was not able to catch.
What were you doing that was so important during this fight?
I was eating Korean barbecue at the time.
Was that Korean barbecue good?
You know what? It was very good. Good company. I don't know if it was worth it after seeing the highlights. I think this might have been definitely the best heavyweight fight of the year. Might be one of the best heavyweight fights in like the last 5 years. So I missed it live. I don't know if it's worth it. We'll see in the next few weeks. I might regret it for the rest of my life.
Well, before we delve into if this was the best fight, we just gotta put it out there. Tyson Fury defeated Deontay Wilder via knockout in round 11. And Fury retains his WBC heavyweight title. The heck is going on back there?
Congratulations to Fury.
I think there's a ghost in my room, bro.
Spookies.
I guess I did say it was the Halloween episode, kinda, of Spoopy October. The heck?
Yep.
There's a ghost moving around in my studio, and I don't appreciate that. But anyways, technical, not difficulties, but technically speaking, that was Fury's second KO win over Deontay Wilder. What do you think about that, Danny?
It's insane. Like this, I think the Wilder and Fury series has been really a showcase of what the heavyweight division really is. It's really just two giant guys getting in the ring and swinging at each other. So, yeah, looking at the series as a whole and every fight in between, that really is just what it is, going back and forth, back and forth. These are two amazing fighters, and they put up hell of a fight when they get into the ring together.
No, I thought the fight lived up to the billing, the booking, whatever the saying is. They were both just giving out haymakers left and right. But yeah, I think I will say my pick won, the better man won, and like I said, he was gonna get that knockout. But I mean, I was a little shocked that Wilder, he responded pretty well to being knocked down the first time. This fight featured 5 combined knockdowns, with Wilder going down 3 times and Fury going down twice, both in the 4th round. So yeah, I mean, my guy won. I'm happy with it. I don't know who are you kind of going for in sense, like who by name looked like the better fighter to you?
I think Fury looked like the better fighter. Going into the fight as well, coming out as well. I think he's looking for blood. I think he's looking to become an undisputed heavyweight champion. He's looking for Usyk next. But yeah, those knockdowns in the 4th round, I really thought that Fury would slow down, but he came back with Fury, I guess. He came back and he knocked down Fury twice in the 10th and the 11th round. And yeah, Wilder survives a 3rd round knockdown. I believe it was off of the chin, glancing up to the side of his left temple. And then in the 4th round, Deontay Wilder gets the better of Fury by I believe it was a shot right at the top of his forehead.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was like a weird, like almost straightish overhand right, right in the blind spot of,
like, he caught him off guard.
Of Fury, sorry.
And that that was enough to like get him with a teeter. And yeah, he went like after he got up, he was like, whoa, like he got a little rocked. Yeah, he got wobbled. Yeah. I won't say he got rocked. If he was rocked, he would have been leaning against the ropes, but he got wobbled for a bit there.
No, yeah, and I think Wilder had a really smart strategy. Like after the devastating headshot, he worked the body a little bit, and you can really see that Fury got exhausted.
Yeah, that's true.
He gained another knockdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, Fury coming out with the hell. He did get the wind knocked out of him if he got hit in the chest a few times. But yeah, sorry, I don't know.
Really hard.
It took me. I was like, what? I was like processing what I was gonna say, and for some reason, wind came into my head.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the hell fell behind me. I think it is a ghost. It's not the wind. No. All my doors are closed.
Watching the highlights of this fight, it reminded me of like what an Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz fight could have been. Obviously Fury is, he's a bigger guy. Like he's more shapely, we should say. He's not exactly cut.
No, he's not cut at all.
Wilder, very close to Anthony Joshua, extremely tall, cut guy, well built.
I think Joshua was faster.
Yeah, I think Joshua has faster hands, but Wilder has heavier hands. You can see it.
That's also true.
Yeah, every punch that lands on Fury, you can feel the impact. You can hear it. Yeah, I think Fury is going to look to cement himself as the undisputed heavyweight champion by taking out Usyk. But that's going to be a hell of a fight. If that happens next year or the next 2 years, that might be a fight of the decade. We'll see.
You're looking at a year and a half because Fury wanted to move on to the Joshua fight. He's like, dude, I can't wait this long. I know I got sick. I just had a kid. Leave me alone. And he was even saying after the fight, he's like, you know what? I'm going to have to take a good break because this was a lot. Because this is more than the time that we were allotted and what I was expecting. I know I tried getting out of the fight, but hey, I won the fight. So there you go. And he moves on to his record of 31-0-1 with 22 KOs. And the scorecards all had him winning 95-92, 94-92, and 95-91. And Wilder 42-2-1, 41 KOs. But yeah, he survived that 3rd round knockdown. And on his unsteady legs, he just got got pummeled. I mean, I will say, we'll get to what happened after the fight. There was like some headbutting going on, which is casual in boxing, right? It's a usual thing when they grapple and they might headbutt.
Yeah, a little bit of dirty boxing going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's usual, right? I mean, am I crazy? Yeah. I mean, I don't watch a lot of boxing, but am I wild? Not but
no,
am I crazy to think that?
I think especially. Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I'm asking you, am I crazy to think that?
No, I think especially as you move up in weight classes too, when they really stand and just throw haymakers, there's going to be a tendency for heads to butt together, because you're just trying to keep the same distance while the other person, like let's say the person with shorter reach is trying to approach. They're trying to keep their body centered and get the best distance. So if your hands are ready to guard and also ready to throw at the same time, the only thing you can use to keep distance is your head, and it just happens.
I mean, we do have to clarify that it was Tyson Fury who was initiating the headbutting contact, which at the end of the fight, Mr. Wilder did not appreciate, because after Wilder was knocked out, after those brutal right hands, which apparently Wilder was waiting for that left towards the end, because that knockout, Fury hits him like 2 right hands. They're in the ropes. Yep. He's pushing him towards the ropes. He kind of like nudges him, like, get out of here. And he just cocks his hand back and boom, right hand into the face. And that was it.
Yeah.
The ref didn't even count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He just called the fight right there.
Yep.
So Wilder just at that time, he was going out and Fury took advantage. But I guess Mr. Wilder did not appreciate the headbutting going around, because after the fight, they're like, hey, Mr. Fury, you win. Fury walks over there, tries to shake his hand. He's like, I don't respect you. I don't respect you. And he's like, hey, man, I respect you. You can't be doing this. And after the fight, he's like, yeah, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's a sore loser. He says that he doesn't respect me. And yeah, it was so weird because he was saying that. And then like, I think like 2 days later, he was like, yeah, it was a good fight. So what is it? Like, are you mad that you lost? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to move on after someone told him something. And now he's like, all right, well, now I got to recuperate myself very quickly. If not, I'm going to be falling very, very behind in the boxing world right now.
Yeah, I think it might be set up that Wilder faces Usyk, and Usyk will have to defeat him to get a shot at Fury. But it looks like Fury, well, they're both champions. One will be the challenger, and to see who's...
Well, this is to unify.
Undisputed.
This is going to be to unify since Joshua doesn't have him anymore. Because that was the whole point of the Joshua Fury fight. They were going to unify the belts.
Exactly. Yeah. But there's one to go.
Mark it down. Saturday in October, round 11, at 1 minute and 10 seconds, Fury knocks out Wilder. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good fight. I don't know if it was better than the Usyk Joshua fight.
Usyk Joshua fight? No, I think this was definitely way better than the Usyk Joshua.
Well, I mean, there was more knockdowns, but I think I appreciate the more. I don't know. It's because I think I like the contact, the speediness of the other fight. This one was like bam, 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 bam.
Yes, I think the Usyk Joshua fight was much more technical. They were much more respectful to each other. We didn't really see much dirty boxing. We saw it was a very clean cut fight. But I feel like this fight, Fury and Wilder, they let their hands go, and it's something you see right off the bat. So you weren't really sitting there waiting like, Joshua, hurry up, come on, let their hands go.
Yeah.
Like, that was a bit infuriating, but or frustrating.
Like
but
if I could give a play-by-play of both the fights via noises, I would say the Usyk and Joshua fight was like,
yeah.
And then the Fury Wilder fight was like, oh, like, oh man, like, damn. And everyone was like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, who's gonna cheer first? And this one was like, just boom, boom, you know? I mean, you could probably say the same thing you could say that this was, you're anticipating the big hits for the Wilder Fury fight, but I think you were getting more action than, as you said, technical skill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not to say that this fight wasn't extremely technical for two giant dudes really slugging at each other. But it was just not as clean of a fight as the Joshua Usyk fight.
Yeah, if you guys want, if you're a boxing nerd, I got some stats for you here. Total punches landed, which I think is what gave Fury the advantage, 150 to 72. That's a very big difference. So I think Wilder was trying to do the technique thing because, as you mentioned, he has the heavier hands, except he just wasn't pulling the trigger as many times as he probably should have. I mean, in his defense, their total punches mostly equal 385 for Fury, 355 for Wilder. Jabs thrown similarly 117 to 102, but once again in the other top category, jabs landed 36 for Fury, 9 for Wilder. So Fury was let go of whatever leash he was connected to was disconnected, and he just went 110%. Unlike Wilder, who was more, what's the word? More patient, more
reserved,
or man, I always have this word on the tip of my tongue, but he was waiting. He was trying to be more calculated. He was trying to be more reactionary than just going out, which he probably should have. I mean, he did. He got him down, but then what happened after that? So it is what it is. But Wilder didn't want to shake his hand. Don't want to be respectful. Fury's gonna move on. So I mean, it was a good fight. But hopefully we get ready for that next third fight of the year, Danny. Mr. Canelo and Caleb Plant.
Canelo versus Plant. Yeah, looking in November, I think that'll be a great fight as well. There's a lot of build-up, some animosity between the fighters, and we'll see how it goes down. Hopefully we see a Canelo knockout. We haven't seen one for a while, so
same.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes out, and we'll build to it as the news comes in and we hear more.
Just one more thing I'd just like to say. So this is the end of the trilogy, right, Danny?
Yes,
this is a total of 30 rounds. That's crazy.
That's absolutely insane.
Bro, imagine if this was like back in the day when they still had 15 rounds. Dude, these guys would be dead.
At least one of them.
Yeah, dude, that would have been crazy. But that was the tell the tape rambling runoff style. Is there anything you would like to add about the fight, Danny, before we move on? I think if we've got everything done here.
Nope, I think we're ready for the warm up.
All right, let's move on to the warm up. And this week for the warm up, we got some NBA preseason and some WNBA final stuff. But it's not that we're talking about it. It's that I want to point out something. And to quote one of my favorite shows, you want to know what grinds my gears? It's some Family Guy. And that these NBA preseason games for the past couple of years have been on ESPN television in the middle of the day. No one watches them. No one really cares. They show them on SportsCenter for like 10 seconds. All right, that's it. A bunch of no-names playing. We're just going to wait for the starters until like 3 weeks later into the season. But now I turn on my television. I go on TNT and ESPN. Afternoon, night games, preseason games with the starters and the lineups. What the hell is going on? Like, bro, I do not give a damn about these NBA preseason games. Because for one, they mean nothing. 2, the stars aren't going to play that much. 3, I feel like it's overhyped for all the hype beasts. Are going to be like, oh, what is Russell Westbrook going to do? Oh, is Kyrie Irving going to play now? Did he get the shot in his arm yet? No, he hasn't. And no, you're not going to see him play. And no, Ben Simmons is not going to play either. So no, don't turn on your television because there's no basketball to watch. That's interesting. Because what are you just happy that basketball is on? Is that what it is?
I think so. I think
are you going to go play at your local YMCA and try to dunk? Are you Adam Sandler? No, you're not. You're not good at all, sir. So who cares? These games mean nothing to me. What do you think, Danny? I want to hear your opinion about this.
Yeah, I mean, I usually skip the preseason as well. I am more interested this year because this is my second year in a NBA fantasy league. So I'll be keeping an eye out this preseason just to see. My draft day is actually tomorrow. So even though I haven't been watching, I need to catch up and see, the kind of stats that come out of preseason. But I want to see which one of these young players, these no names, as you said, shows some potential. So that's a good indicator for me. I don't give a shit about the big stars. I don't give a shit about the rumors. Yeah. So preseason for me is more of an indicator of what bench and what young players are up and on the move than anything else.
Okay, they're not all no names. Like for the Lakers, you got the unibrow playing, you got freaking Draymond Green playing, you got everybody playing, you got everybody out on the court. But like, when was the last
these
time,
are warm ups for them.
Yeah, but when was the last time you saw games on TNT preseason? What the hell? During baseball playoffs, which we'll get to a little bit later. So, what? Like, that's ridiculous, in my opinion. Because I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure there's people watching these games because they love basketball. But I want to ask those same people, what is the point of watching these games? Other than you're a diehard. Or if you're not even a diehard and you just like basketball, why are you watching these?
I think it's a cash grab. It's them trying to hype up this season and I guess they're trying to fill the void of a kind of lacking performance that last season left. A lot of people had a bad taste in their mouth left after last season was plagued with so many injuries and so many excuses. So this is the time to step up or step out for NBA, I think, or all these star players that
like they're trying to gain an audience back.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to apologize and give these preseason games, more visibility and trying to win back the fans and the audience.
Yeah, like you could even say the 2 years because there was the bubble and then there was like limited capacity in arenas, stadiums, and now it's all right. We'll try to bring in everybody. So
I feel like the bubble was watched more though because it was the bubble and we're deep in the midst of COVID. So the bubble was like kind of the only thing that was on TV. So I think that was more. And then we expected to go back to normal-ish, and it didn't really happen because the bubble was the bubble and players got injured, which was to be expected. And now this is the comeback season, the comeback year. It's either got to be good or a lot of people are not going to give a shit about NBA anymore.
I don't think people are going to care about the NBA. That's why I'm like kind of irritated. I'm like, I like the NBA. I like basketball. I just don't know why all these games are on. So, yeah.
Besides NBA, you have a little bit of something else written on here, Robert. A little bit of a something.
We got some WNBA Finals action, sir. I know you say you've been busy. So, yeah. Yo, right now, currently on my television, not AEW, we talking about Willis. We got some WNBA action going on. We got the finals, actually. Danny, what do you know about WNBA? Nothing. That's what I thought.
I know Sue Bird, baby. That's all I know right now.
Bro, we got Brittany Griner. We got some Candace Parker going on. And yeah, the finals are on right now. So we got the Chicago Sky versus the Phoenix Mercury, which, fun fact, this is the first time in a long time that both men's and women's team make it to the finals. And as the recording of this, as I mentioned, they're playing in Game 3 of their best-of-5 series, which is tied right now, 1-1. Chicago took Game 1, 91-77, and Phoenix took Game 2, 91-86. The top player for Chicago in the first game was Kalia Copper, who had 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And then for Phoenix in that first game, helping them out was Skylar Diggins, who had 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Game 2, as I mentioned, was a different story. Two teams came out swinging and went for one of them, Courtney Vandersloot. I don't know, my notes got a little squirrely right
here. The word one.
Courtney Vandersloot scoring 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 14 assists. But Brittany Griner, she went off 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. When was the last time you heard that name, Danny? Brittany Griner. That's been you gotta admit, it's been a while.
It has been a long time. Very long time.
It's been a while. Damn, it's been a while.
29 points.
I know, right? And she's like the only person that's dunking, by the way. That's what I've seen. Not a lot of girls dunk. This is where you react, sir. What do you think about girls dunking?
Girls can dunk. What else is there? There's nothing to say.
It's not. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen all the time. Yeah, and it's usually her because she's really tall. So
I know that they can.
I know that they can, but it's very rare. I'm just pointing that out, sir. Gosh. But who do you think wins game 3? I don't
think it's super rare.
I think bro, it's pretty rare, fool.
I think it goes to. I think the Mercury got it.
You think so?
Yeah, remember, I think.
Yeah, what's it? I always say her name. Tiana Taurasi. Is that how you say it?
I have no idea.
What do you mean you have no idea? She was in a Space Jam movie.
I didn't watch Space Jam 2.
Oh my gosh. She was the snake lady.
So spoilers, I haven't watched it.
It's in the trailer.
I haven't watched it. What do you want me to say?
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. You haven't seen. No. I mean, it's not even all right. I'm not even gonna tell you my opinion of the film. I'm just surprised you don't even know who Tiana Taurasi is, and I'm the one asking you, and you're the one that likes basketball. What the hell is this garbage?
The entirety of my brain power has been used up for the week. Excuse me, Robert. I need the weekend to recuperate.
Oh, go to the driving range.
I need to.
I was trying to give respect
I need to take a long
to the
nap.
WNBA.
Long nap.
And you're out here not knowing who Tiana Taurasi is, who's like one of the best players in the WNBA. Gosh.
I don't know, my friend.
Disappointed in you. Well, in my opinion, I want to give Chicago Sky the benefit of the doubt because they were the lower seed in the playoffs. And I don't know. I just want to see I don't know. I'm just picking them. Why not? So then you can say both Phoenix teams lost. Haha, suckers. How about that?
What the hell do you have against Phoenix?
Nothing. It'd just be an interesting stat.
Oh, no. That'd be such a horrible stat.
No, it'd be
such slander.
It'd be
slander against not just the city of Phoenix, but
it's not slander.
But the state of Arizona.
It's not slander. Be quiet.
What you're saying is slander.
Once again, Rambling Runoff has opinions, and their opinions of myself and Danny Tent. Thank you very much. We have to do that disclaimer.
Yeah. Obviously, everything we say that comes out of our mouth is our own opinion.
Yes, it is our own opinions. We have no sponsors, and we're not getting paid at this time of the recording on
sponsors, no ads.
October the 15th of 2021.
Yeah. Also, well, let's save it for the wrap up. Let's run into.
We don't have the wrap up. We have the rundown.
Yeah. Well, I meant for housekeeping at the end.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. But yeah, the rundown. We got a little bit of college football, and I know you don't watch too much college football, but something big did happen over the weekend, which we're kind of a little bit late now, but it's okay because Alabama, the Crimson Tide, were slain, kinda. They were defeated by Texas A&M, an unranked Texas A&M team.
Oh, bro.
In a very close game, 41-38. By a game-winning field goal, and there's a video of the kicker. His like mom and family are in tears, so happy for him that he won the game for them. But yeah, Alabama goes down and no longer the number 1 team in the AP top 25. I just like to point that out because this has been a very, 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 very weird college football season. Because mine and Mr. Daniel Tom's picks have been going up and down everywhere. Like I'm looking at the top 25 right now. So number 1 right now, we got Georgia, then it's Iowa, Cincinnati, who we both predicted was going to be a good team, Oklahoma, which I guess are good. Alabama's now number 5, and then we got Ohio State just outside in the top 6. And lurking just outside the top 10 is Kentucky? What?
What?
Like, what is going on with this season, dude? Like, it's I know I've been saying ever since this podcast started that I've been out of the loop of college football. But hey, Kentucky 6-0 at number 11. Ole Miss 4-1. Notre Dame 5-1. Costa Carolina 6-0. Wake Forest 6-0. Like, dude, what in the hell is going on? Dude, San Diego State even cracked the top 25. They're number 24, 5-0. You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
This is a wild season. This is a wild season. I don't understand. I guess I don't. I'm out of touch. I'm out of touch, then, Danny. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, you're out of touch. You're touching down. You sighed before I even finished the joke.
No, I'm sighing because I'm reading, and I'm just baffled. I'm baffled on what's going on. But yeah, Alabama going down. They're gonna have to probably win the SEC to get into the top 4 for the playoffs.
Oh, bro.
Because if you got Georgia running away with it, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Because Georgia's gonna beat you. Nothing. There you go. Yeah. Well, yo, don't get us copyright claimed again, bro. Come on. What? Don't do that. Don't do that to me. What's that? Mr. Brown.
Don't mess with me, copyright claims.
Don't worry. Tranquilo. We're good.
Tranquilo. No, hey, don't say it like that, because then we're gonna get claimed again.
Oh my gosh.
All right. But next on the docket, what do we got?
I need to ask you an important question first. Danny, you like hockey?
I like ice skating.
Ah, damn it. Not again. Well, the National Hockey League has begun this week as of the recording. And, well, apparently it turns out Danny doesn't watch anything that doesn't involve hitting a stick or punching somebody, apparently.
What about basketball? Basketball got none of those.
Okay, you throw a ball. But, I just wanted to point out because I like hockey, but only when the teams I like are doing better. And because personally, it gets a little hard to watch some of these games. But this year, for the first time in like 17, 13 years, ESPN and I think also TNT will be airing NHL. But how does that sound to you, Danny? Are you going to watch hockey because it's on ESPN now?
I will give it a shot. I know the LA Kings were powerhouses. I have no idea where their standings are now, but
they've been kind of sucking.
Never mind.
They haven't been doing so good ever since the Las Vegas Golden Knights came into the league.
Damn.
But I know they won their opener against the Knights, so there you go.
Maybe things are looking up.
Yeah, hopefully things are looking up. I mean, after they had that good run when we were like in what was it, 2012, 2014? Yeah,
I think that
was like that.
Those
in college? No, we're in middle school, sir.
Really? Wait, what?
Yeah, 2012. You're tripping. Yeah, dude. Well, you're tweaking.
I am.
That's what we call it. But yeah, I'm just glad I could probably watch some more hockey because either A, they're on a channel that I don't have. B, they're on at very odd times in the morning, and I'm not waking up at 8 a.m. to watch the Blackhawks play the Toronto Maple Leafs on NBC. And then I just forget that the Kings are playing, or even the Ducks, or even the Sharks. But yeah, I mean, hopefully because it sounds like you're a Kings fan now because you just said the Kings. So hopefully your Kings.
That is literally the only team that I know.
I just named you like 6 right now.
I know there's is it Utah Blue Jays or something? Blue Notes.
No, the St. Louis Blues.
Oh, that's it.
And then there's the Columbus Blue Jackets, Yellow Jackets, one of those two.
What's the one with the shark?
That's San Jose. That's the San Jose Sharks. That's the Kings' arch rival up
the
north.
San Jose Sharks have arguably the best logo in the NHL.
Yeah, it's
I'll say that.
It's aight.
It's one of the best.
It's aight. But yeah, NHL back on ESPN. So,
and I would argue that we should be skipping over the NHL, just coming back on TV because we have much more important news. MLB postseason. LA Doyers. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to read the rest of it.
I was, but you said
you changed your mind.
So.
Oh, I didn't know. You caught me off guard.
You caught me off guard.
You caught me off guard. Shit.
Yeah, so the Doyers defeat the Giants in a 5-game series. Last game wins it all. Doyers move on to face the Braves. And in the American League, right?
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. In the American League and in the National League.
No.
Other way around. Okay, so I had it right the first time.
Yeah.
In the American League, the Red Sox go up against the Astros, those motherfuckers. God damn those Astros.
If I turn my television on, the game is currently on. They're in game 1. The Dodgers and the Braves start their series this weekend. So make sure you check out that. Hey, yo, man, that guy Kike Hernandez for the Red Sox is kicking everybody's asses right now. I'm just going to point that out. So
yeah.
I think right now,
Red Sox.
Yeah, I think the Sox are like the underdog, the dark horse right now in all this. Because no one expected them to get this far, honestly. And I put it down postseason prediction update because everybody from our podium show for the postseason mostly have their brackets busted, but have one team still in the chase, technically speaking. So I myself had the Dodgers in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got eliminated. Matt Barrero had the White Sox going up against
the White Sox.
He had the White Sox going up against the Dodgers. What a fool!
What an underdog team. Why did he pick the White Sox?
I have no idea. I mean, he said it. Go listen that back to the podium show if you want to hear his reasoning. I think it had something to do with Giolito or some shit. And then Jonathan Gaddis, the Giants man, unfortunately, his Orange Dream World Series came to an end. But he still has the Astros going to the World Series. So he still has that going for him. And then we had Daniel Tom, who also had the same pick as me, had the Tampa Bay Rays going. And I think, the one guy that is still alive, technically, is Jeremy Gonzalez, who I think he has Houston and the
shout
Dodgers.
Out Jeremy.
Yeah, shout out Jeremy for still being alive, technically. So
he's
let's see what happens. I know, there you go. I mean, just to let everybody know, we are planning to do another podium show prior to the World Series. Doesn't matter who's in it. If all our picks are busts, then screw it. We'll just, for the love of the game, the love of baseball, which is slowly dying, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Atlanta Braves in the National League Championship Series. And we got the Red Sox up against the Houston Astros and the American League Championship Series. So go check those out. Those are going to be really good games. I already know this first game 1 is going very, very well between the Sox and the Astros. So yeah, go check them out. Daniel, hopefully you get some time to go check them out because these are really good games.
Yes, I will. I'll sit down with my Dodger dog wearing my Red Sox.
Bruh.
So here we are. We made it through the return.
I know, Daniel.
Son has
how did it feel to be back on the pod after a week of no show?
Feels good. It feels pretty damn good. Next week I'll be more energetic. I'll hopefully have my head wrapped around anything even resembling a sport.
I mean,
but yes.
Hey man, we're called Rambling RunOff. Remember, I used to run. You used to kind of run. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We got to take this low and slow, buddy.
One day at a time, baby.
One step at a time. One foot before the other. But just before we start playing the music here, just to let everybody know, in 2-3 weeks time, we will be debuting our episodes a little bit earlier in the week on Wednesdays.
Yep.
On Wednesdays. So everybody get ready for that. So what is that? So like the 27th. Yeah, right? Or is it the 3rd of November?
No, I think you're right. The 27th, yes.
Okay, so yes. So October 27th, everybody, make sure you check all of your listening platforms, and I will start playing music now. Thank you for listening to our show. Like I was mentioning before, I cut myself off. You can hear us on all your listening platforms: Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Anchor. I don't know what other listening platforms are out there, Danny.
Spotify.
I already said Spotify.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad.
But also, we are on YouTube. Rambling Runoff.
We are on YouTube.
You subscribe, please, and press that like button. And if there's any way you can, please leave a good review on any of the listening platforms. If you want to hear more of us rambling, please head to Twitter at @offrambling. Or if you're more of a picture person, go on Instagram, where I'm also covering more of the MLB playoff postseason World Series mumbo jumbo going on right now. And if you want to hear more from me, you can find me on Twitter at RobertRY. Danny, where can they find you on the show, on the socials?
You can find me on Twitter at Danny Tangent, and I'm following the Off Rambling everywhere else. So if you can also find me in the YouTube comments, if we ever receive one, comment for the algorithm. And thank you guys for watching and listening. Have a good week.
See you, everybody. Bye.
Peace.